For the last 20 years, I've done almost everything as a natural lifter. I've tested bodybuilding, CrossFit, functional training, powerlifting, calisthenics, and just about everything in between. But then life changed. I got married, I started a business, and I had a lot more responsibilities. I no longer had time to train 20 plus hours a week. And honestly, I didn't want to. And that forced me to figure out how to make fitness fit into your life instead of it becoming your life. After stripping everything back and testing what truly matters, I landed on just 3 things. And these 3 things have kept me lean, strong, and athletic now that I'm in my mid-30s. And the best part, they don't require me living in the gym. And if you're like most people who watch this channel where you're busy with work, family, school, and just life in general, then this video is for you. Let me walk you through the 3 things I would focus on if I had to start all over again. The first one is probably the least obvious, and that's mobility. I'll be honest, I neglected mobility training for years. When I was younger, I thought mobility was just something for older people. As long as I was getting stronger and building muscle, I thought that everything would be fine. Then I opened my own gym and started coaching hundreds of people. And I realized how many people couldn't even perform the basic movements properly. People couldn't squat all the way down because of poor ankle mobility. Others constantly dealt with lower back pain because of tight hamstrings and tight hips. And here's what I learned. When you ignore mobility and only focus on getting stronger, what I call the double P starts to happen, which stands for pains and problems. Eventually, your shoulders hurt, your knees hurt, your lower back hurts, and exercises that used to feel great start to feel terrible. Mobility also improves your posture. It helps your body move the way it was designed to move. And it can even improve your performance in the gym because now you're able to get into better positions for all of your lifts. And if I could go back in time and give my younger self a piece of advice, it would be don't wait until something starts to hurt before you start working on your mobility. The second thing I would focus on is simple strength training. Over the years, I've done powerlifting, bodybuilding, calisthenics, and just about everything else. What I realized is that most people make strength training way more complicated than it needs to be. At the end of the day, your muscles don't know whether you're lifting a barbell, a dumbbell, or your own body weight. It only knows tension. Whether you prefer lifting weights or calisthenics, the goal is the same. Get stronger over time. So what you do is you focus on the basics. Do push movements like push-ups, military press, a bench press, and then do pull movements like a pull-up or inverted rows. And of course, don't forget the big leg movements like squats. And the best part is there's so many different variations of these exercises. So what you do is you find the ones you can do comfortably, get really good at them, and be consistent with them. This next part might surprise you. Once you get pretty strong at these movements, I would just stop there. Because the thing is, once you hit elite numbers for these movements, there isn't that much more benefit. If anything, there's more wear and tear on your joints because of the heavy load. For example, you being able to squat 225 for 20 reps is more than good enough. You don't have to get to a level where you're doing 315 for 20 reps. Because the heavier you go, the higher the risk of you getting hurt. And the people who build great physiques are the ones that can do it consistently without getting hurt. So if I had to start all over again, I wouldn't spend time looking for the perfect workout. I would pick a handful of exercises, get pretty strong at them, maintain that strength, and just keep being simple. And speaking of simple, for cardio, I would only focus on walking, and specifically walking outside. This is the one form of cardio I recommend to all of my clients. And I've done it all. Sprints, running, circuit training, battle ropes, and conditioning workouts. And I'm not here to dismiss any of that. But the thing is, in the end, I always come back to walking. It's effortless, low entry, and everyone can do it. I aim for around 10,000 steps a day. And the best part is I make it fit into my life. I walk during work calls, I walk while listening to podcasts, I walk outside and enjoy nature. And we live in a time where most people spend their entire day indoors staring at screens. So going outside for a walk isn't just good for your body, it's also good for your psychological health as well. Walking also helps you stay active without beating up your joints. In fact, it actually promotes recovery. It also improves your cardiovascular health and it reduces stress. And there's just something about moving your body that gets you out of your headspace. And unlike most forms of cardio, this is the one type of cardio you can do for the rest of your life, even when you're 90 years old. And so that's it. Mobility, strength training, walking. And after 20 years of training, those are the 3 things I will never stop doing.